Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about some advancements on the video I did that's called finger drill number 1. So this is some variations, or we could call it finger drill number 2. So, as we know before, we had our finger drill that was just 4 fingers, 4 frets. Lifting up my fingers as I go. When we get to the top, I turn back around. And I'm speeding up just to show you the end. There it is. So one thing that we can do right away, we said to advance, would be to just play it faster. So think about, instead of playing each note as a quarter note, we're playing each note as an eighth note. So that'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's using alternating picking. Every other note, first one's down, second one's up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay? Now the next step to that, because it gets kind of boring running it back and forth just in those frets, is what I call the zigzag finger drill. So we're going to go all the way up, just like before with the eighth notes, down up picking. Now when we get to our pinky on the 4th fret, we're going to slide up a half step to A, or the 5th fret, and come back down in those frets. As you guessed it, when we get down there, we slide up a half step to G there. So you can see that kind of zig-zag that's going on. So let me play it a little faster just so you can see how that motion works. Now I might pick a place to turn that whole thing around. Then I'm getting back down to where I started. Okay. So that is the zigzag variation. Okay, so that's how I usually like to play it. I'll go all the way up to like the 12th fret and back. And one of the ways that helped me get good at this was I'd make kind of a game out of it. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go up to the 12th fret and back 5 times, 10 times. If I mess up on the 4th or 9th time or whatever time, I have to start the whole thing over again. So that kind of forces you to play at a tempo that you're capable of playing at, because you don't want to do all that over and over. But you could see how quickly 15 minutes of practice you could get in by using this kind of self-discipline method. Another variation that you can do with this that's super easy is to just add a swing feel to any of these variations of the finger drill you're already doing. So swing feel is this kind of like what we felt in the blues. Has a longer first and third beat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay? So we could do that with the finger drill where we're like ta 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 ta. Takes a little more discipline to play swing. So you would be at a faster speed, you'd be hearing something like the zigzag with 8 notes, alternating picking. faster. It's especially good if you're playing blues or jazz music. You want to be playing drills that have that swing feel because that's what you're doing all the time in the type of music you've chose to study. Okay, so the last variations I want to do on this is just kind of rearranging your fingers in some interesting ways. So we don't always have to go left to right. We could reverse that, of course. But there's lots of other variations we could do too. I like to really try to trick my fingers and my brain into something I haven't done before sometimes when something gets too easy. There's always a next level of practice you could do. So maybe if before I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe I go 1, 4, 2, 3. 1, 4, 2, 3. And then opposite on the way back down. So that's 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so that can get kind of confusing. Now you add the zigzag to that, and then you're flipping it every other time, and then you could add the swing feel to that, or rather, there's the swing feel. You can see how that would be a lot harder to accomplish, especially going up with that little game that we played of self-discipline. Whereas if you do it 5 times, you got to do it perfectly 5 times. And this is obviously something I would like you to play with your metronome too. And if you don't have a metronome, there's plenty of apps for that, or even just type it into Google and it's that click, 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 click that you play along with. I can't stress enough how important that is to play along with. We need that guide, so we practice with that all the time, and once we're without it, then we start kind of acting like we have that metronome pulse going even when it's not around. Super imperative for recording situations, especially because you're going to be recording to a click generally in most situations in a studio. When you're playing with a band live or just jamming, maybe your drummer is that kind of, close to that metronome, hopefully, that you have to play along with too. So have fun with these variations on the finger drill and comment below, and hopefully you can even keep track of your speeds with your metronome and start going super fast, and this will help you with your soloing and everything else like that. We will see you next time. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you don't mind, and we'll see you next time. Bye.